is in alignment with the way consciousness sees things. And by consciousness, this can be called higher self. You can even go as far as to say source or the one, doesn't really matter, or creation or the fundamental principles of existence. But when your subjective interpretation of what is essentially neutral and meaningless is in vibrational alignment with the deeper essence of your consciousness, of creation therefore, of existence, because there's no difference between your consciousness and creation and existence and God and source. When your perspective is in a vibrational understanding that aligns itself with the vibrational understanding of your way more expanded, seeing many parallel realities at the same time type of self or level of consciousness. When those two line up, or let's just say when your personal vibration lines up with your higher self's vibration or source's vibration or God's vibration, if you will, you feel great. That's literally all that it means. Not that that's insignificant, I'm just saying that's all that there is to it. There is no other reason for you to ever feel good. You can't feel good about a single thing unless your perspective of that single thing is in alignment with the way higher consciousness would view that thing. Simple, right? Does everyone get that? Yep. Okay, cool, thank you. Why do you feel bad? You feel bad precisely because of the opposite reason. What you're believing about a circumstance is being signaled to you to be out of alignment with the truth of creation. That's why you feel bad. Feeling bad is a good signal. It means your compass is working. So again, like I said last week, next time you feel bad, you go, oh, jolly. This is great, thank you. I feel bad. That means something positive is occurring. What does it mean? My guidance compass is intact, it's working, and my higher self is loving me because it's actually, as expanded as it is, it cares enough about my existence to actually come down and knock on my door in the form of a bad feeling and let me know that my perspective is out of alignment with its more expanded perspective. It's patiently waiting for you to grow up, to gain perspective. That's what bad feelings are. What do? Bad feeling. Oh my God, this means something negative. Defining a neutral feeling, such as a bad feeling, which is a neutral thing, as a bad thing makes us feel even worse because it puts us even further out of alignment with how higher self sees it. And so higher self comes down again, knocks on our door triple times, and says, hey, you're defining the neutral emotion that already made you feel negative because your perspective of the initial thing was out of alignment, but now you're defining this as also being bad, as also being wrong, as also meaning lack, as also meaning lack of progress, lack of abundance, lack of connection. While it is in fact the opposite, it's a sign of abundance, it's a sign that your compass is working, it's a sign that I love you, it's not a sign that you're not loved, it's a sign that you are loved. A bad feeling means you're loved. What do? You define it as a negative thing, and on and on and on it goes. And so you create this downward negative spiral, which leads to pessimism, cynicism, depression, etc. Make sense? Yeah. Good. Alternatively, you can start to pay attention. So you pay attention to how you feel. Sounds silly, especially again from the angle, not to hammer too much on that, but I know certain people do come from that background, some of my viewers online as well. So I'll just address it real quick again. From the more classical, old school circles of spirituality, which are based in systems and beings that have realized things thousands of years ago, which are no longer relevant today. Well, some of it is, but some of it isn't. That type of spirituality will let you believe that, wait, where was I going with this? Yes, will have you believe that feelings don't really mean anything. And, well, they're true. They're saying the same thing I said. Feelings don't mean anything. However, they do mean that they're signaling you. So they don't inherently mean anything, but what they do mean is that you're in communication with your true self. So when you pay attention to how you feel, you're quite literally answering the phone. If you don't care about how you feel, you quite literally just hear it ringing. And then at some point, it keeps ringing. It's not like a regular phone because higher self actually loves you unconditionally. So it waits patiently from its timeless point of view. So if you don't pick up the phone, it will keep ringing. So what do people do? Then they start avoiding, then they start bypassing in that sense. Then they start running away from the call. The call is feeling bad. Now, nobody wants to feel bad. That's why the system works so well. Because it lets you know that this is not right. right? So now we have to gain the maturity, we have to gain the wisdom, we have to gain the appreciation, the alignment, the minimal degree of alignment to redefine feeling bad in a good way. If you can do this, you can keep your frequency high most any other time. So this would be a third